Did you ever see that one scene where the guy playing the actor is told what's happening in the scene and the actor says, well, what's my motivation? So this video addresses that actor. See, if that actor knew anything about preparation, then they'd know that if they aren't aware of the character's motivations, then they simply haven't done their job. If the actor's not preparing a backstory for that character, well, then they're missing a ton of the work they should be doing. Now, how do we create that backstory? Well, so the Enneagram is a personality typing system that categorizes human behavior into 9 distinct types. Each type represents a different pattern of thinking, feeling, acting, performing, and it's shaped by a core motivation and a core fear, right? Depending on what this person is feeling, this is going to dictate how they behave. Now, this is not a written in stone kind of thing, but it's a wonderful, wonderful guideline for this sort of thing. And it's broken into 9 distinct personality types, which we're going to cover very in-depth over this series of videos. Perfectionistic, principled. The one strives for improvement and high standards. And this is driven by a desire to be good and to be ethical. Everything you'd imagine from a perfectionistic personality, for a perfectionist type person. They're well spoken, they're super clear, they're very concise, and they're extremely well kempt most times. Not a hair out of place, and you know them when you see them. It's that sort of thing.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection. Let's go to work.
2, the helper. The helper is caring and very people-pleasing, seeks to be loved and needed, motivated by a desire to help others. And this is a person who would give you their coat in a blizzard because they put your needs above their own.
I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. Come on!
3, the achiever. Ambitious, image conscious, aims for success and validation, driven by a need to be admired. The best of everything, the car, the clothes, the outward appearance, the perception of success.
New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Braille.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice. Jesus. That is really super. How'd a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
I can't believe that Bryce prefers Van Patten's card to mine.
But wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. Raised lettering. Pale nimbus. White.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
4, the individualist. Creative, introspective, seeks identity and uniqueness, motivated by a desire to be authentic. I call them, for want of a better word, I casually refer to them as the drama queen. You'll just never understand what I'm feeling.
You know any animal jokes?
Well, I only got the chance to say one because we only did one show.
Tell me.
It's corny.
Don't be that way. Tell me.
Nah, you wouldn't like it and I'd be embarrassed.
You told like 50 million people, and you can't tell me? I promise I won't laugh.
That's what I'm afraid of, Vince.
That's not what I meant. You know it.
Now I'm definitely not going to tell you because it's been built up too much.
What a jip.
5. The investigator. Analytical, detached. Strives for knowledge and understanding, driven by a need to know and understand and to be competent. They'll spend $1,000 on computer equipment and like $8 for shoes at the thrift store.
You need me a lot more than I need you. I like solving problems, Commander. And Enigma is the most difficult problem in the world.
No, Enigma isn't difficult, it's impossible. The Americans, the Russians, the French, the Germans, everyone thinks Enigma is unbreakable.
Good. Let me try, and we'll know for sure, won't we?
6. The loyalist. Reliable, anxious. They seek security and support. They're motivated by a desire for safety. They're the classic soldier, if you will. They dutifully protect others.
Their defense grid was smashed. We'd won. Taking out Connor then would make no difference. Skynet had to wipe out his entire existence.
Is that when you captured the lab complex and found that, what is it called? The time displacement equipment?
That's right. The Terminator had already gone through. Connor sent me to intercept, and they blew the whole place.
Well, how are you supposed to get back?
I can't. Nobody goes home. Nobody else comes through. It's just him and me.
7. The enthusiast. Spontaneous, adventurous. Pursues fun and excitement, driven by a need to avoid pain. Constantly looking for new things to do and to be a part of. They're what I casually refer to as their perpetual child. And yes, if you're wondering, I'm a 7.
Maybe it's been raining too long. You're just sad, that's all. The mean reds are horrible. Suddenly you're afraid and you don't know what you're afraid of. Did you ever get that feeling?
Sure.
But when I get it, the only thing that does any good is to jump into a cab and go to Tiffany's. Calms me down right away. The quietness and the proud look of it, nothing very bad could happen to you there. If I could find a real life place that made me feel like Tiffany's, then I'd buy some furniture and give the cat a name.
8. The challenger. Assertive, protective. They strive for control and power, motivated by a desire to be strong and avoid vulnerability. They disarm a room with their strong personality and boldness to immediately tell the truth, no matter how painful.
Just a guy telling you to get back in your nice truck. Go play okey dickhead somewhere else.
Hey, Carl. Looks like Mr. Munson hired some muscle.
Looks that way.
He's a friend of mine. Friend with a big mouth.
I hear that a lot.
And you probably hear this, too.
More than I'd like.
And you know the drill. I'm gonna count to 3, and you're gonna start walking away.
I got rights to this one.
1.
I have a lawyer now.
2.
3.
You all right, boss?
You know the drill.
Give him a goddamn hat.
Get the hell out of here.
Fuck off.
Go!
9. The peacemaker. Easygoing, accommodating. The peacemaker seeks harmony and peace above all. They're driven by a desire to avoid conflict, and they're constantly trying to make the room palatable for everyone.
Hold it. This is getting confusing. You didn't always hate each other. There had to be some nice moments during the courtship, maybe? Or the wedding?
The wedding had to be fun.
You get the
have your families
decorations,
together.
families coming together. That's a nice moment. What'd you have to eat?
Crab cakes.
Are you kidding me? Crab cakes? How could you not have a good time eating crab cakes? I love them.
And
They're
you got
phenomenal.
a band? Did you have a band?
Yeah.
All we're trying to say is, put your swords away for a second. Let's finish this and let's move on.
Now, each type has their own strengths, their own challenges, their own patterns of behavior. They provide a framework for personal growth and understanding of oneself and others. So the Enneagram also explores the dynamics between types, such as how individuals behave under stress or when feeling secure. So if you're interested in what personality you're most like, there are tons of simple 10 or 12 question tests to really long and complicated ones. I've seen tests that are like over 100 questions that really get to the core of you. Honestly, I find that the 10 or 12 questions work best for me. I am clearly a 7 when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, but the more granular you get with it, you start to it starts to establish something we call a wing. So let's say that I'm a 7 and my wing is either a 6 or an 8 because they are on either side of me. A 6 would make me more purposeful and duty driven.
And are they both trying not to laugh at the word duty?
Or the 8 would make me more of a bold leadership type. As it turns out, I'm a 7 with an 8. That's just me, and I gleaned most of that from doing a kind of a more middle of the road test. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive explanation of this. In fact, we're going to delve way more into it, but not so much that I'm going to give you a college course in it. I'm just really going to give you a quick overview so that you can understand more than anything else the preparation involved in taking on a part. So that an actor can way more easily understand what they're facing and who they're facing in the character. And as it turns out, there are actors who are specifically a specific type. Does that relegate them specifically to those parts? Not necessarily, but it's kind of the easy answer to filling those parts as needed. But yeah, more on this later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, go do something fun. Go live in the moment. Have a great day.